today. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the Loi Marasa, the Marasa Loi, the twins. Hey, I didn't notice this was here. The twins of Vodou, the Loi Marasa. The Loi Marasa have a very important position and role in the 21 divisions Vodou, and they're a very important set of Loi. So today we're talking about those Loi Marasa, their wisdom, their messages, their songs. So, hi Alex, hello Cinnamon. I hope everyone's doing well. Before we get started in the Loi Marasa, I want to say, as always, if you would like, many people, and I thank all of those of you who subscribe, all my subscribers, everyone who likes and supports and shares my videos. Most thanks to all of you. And if you would like to donate, as many other people have, you can do so via Cash App, cash symbol Hector Salva, or via PayPal help at mysticalwork.com. So today we're going to be talking about the Loi Marasa, their wisdom, their songs, and their messages. The Loi Marasa holds a very important role in the 21 division Vodou. And for those of you who are not familiar with them, getting started really easily, the Loi Marasa are the twins. And there's many Marasa. Now, there's a little bit of a difference between how the Marasa are approached in Haitian Vodou versus the 21 divisions. Within the 21 divisions, all of the children's spirits are considered part of the division Marasa. Hi, Nancy. Hello, Nancy. I hope you're doing well. All the children's spirits are considered part of the Marasa division. When I mean children spirits, I mean the Loi who are children. In Haiti, the Marasa represents sets of twins and triplets. So the Loi Marasa are childlike or child expressing misterios. And they're a very powerful set of misterios who are very important to acknowledge, so much so that they hold a position really high up there right after Legba. Okay? For many people who practice the Vodou, they hold a position right up there after Legba. They're also celebrated in the 21 Divisiones as a part of La División del Agua. La División del Agua. And they're connected to that, but you have Marasa who are connected to water and Marasa who are not connected to water. So the Marasa, the Santos or the saints that we use to represent the leaders, the main leader Marasa of this division, are Saint Cosmas and Damien. And they're a set of twins. And they're known to be very powerful, very magical, and healing. And when the Marasa work, they're very powerful. Twins have always been held in high esteem for their magical powers in many shamanic cultures. Twins and triplets and things of those nature. Hi everyone. Hello everyone who is here with me today. So the twins have always held a very high position and are known for their magical powers within many shamanic traditions, including African shamanic traditions. And the twins are of an incredible magical nature. They're able to heal all sorts of illnesses and all sorts of situations. And I'm reminded of a story that I just told not that long ago, actually. So I have someone who came and they weren't able to get pregnant. Their wife wasn't able to get pregnant. And this was just like basically written in stone by the doctor. Because of a medical condition that she had, she wasn't able to get pregnant. So when they came and received some other work done, when they came and they received some other work, they approached Papa Gede, who was there, Gede, as to what could be done, if anything, about this situation. She had a medical condition where basically she wasn't able to have children. Things were not properly functioning. And so Papa Gede was like, well, tell Papa Hector, tell me to give a proper service to the Loi Marasa, to the Marasa, and do a work, a magical work with the Marasa so they would be able to have children. So the work was done. We purchased the materials and the work was done. Within 3 months of the work being done, she was pregnant. And what even more so, she was pregnant with twins. So the Luamarasa themselves are twins, but in this case, they came up as twins when we did the work. And suddenly the condition disappeared. She was able to get pregnant. The doctor was like, it doesn't make any sense. She shouldn't be pregnant. They looked, they couldn't find anything showing any signs of her ever having any condition. Although they had other papers, all the other papers and records of all the previous situations. Okay? And they had all those records and they're like, what happened? We don't understand, etc. And so it just disappeared. The Luamarasa healed it. And she was able to have her twins. Her twins are now, I believe, 6. It's been a while. They might be 7. It's been a while, right? They're coming up there now. And they're here thanks to the Luamarasa. So that's just one scenario of the Luamarasa and their healing capacities. Now, something that many people are unaware of is that there are various groups of Marasa spirits. And I'm not going to go in through all of that, but because it's quite a lot, it's a lot to unpack. And for many people, until you get to a certain point, those things are things that you would learn later on with whoever you're with. But as children, the Luamarasa, there are many groups of twins and they all love to receive their gifts differently. However, when we're offering to the twins, what we offer to one member of the twinship of the two, we have to offer to the other. So the offerings have to be even amongst them. Whatever you give to one, you kind of have to give that same version or that same thing to the other. Now there's many different groups of twins and some of the things they change varies. However, in general, the Luamarasa, Saint Cosmo and Damien, will enjoy many of those things that children enjoy. And there's a whole bunch of special foods, and there's a special service called Manje Marasa, in which what we do is we give a service to the Lua, we make the offerings, we offer the Marasa everything they like, but at that ceremony, many children have to be present so that they can come and they can partake of the offerings and confer their blessings. Okay? Hi. I'm taking a look at the comments there. Hi, Mambo J. Thank you, Cinnamon. So, the Luamarasa have a special ceremony in which what we do is we give Manje Marasa. And during Manje Marasa, the misterios, the Marasa, come and they eat and they bless everything, but also the children are invited to eat all the foods and then later on bless the host, whoever has given the Marasa ceremony. Okay? Now, there's a song about the Marasa that says, Nugenjeo, Marasa layo, Nugenjeo, Nugenjeo. Marasa la yo nugenje o nugenje o nugenje marasa punuka de ore. That song says, we have eyes. Marasas, we have eyes. We have eyes. Marasa, we have eyes. We have eyes. We have eyes. We have eyes so that we can see the truth. Okay? The Marasa's connection, this is talking about the Marasa's connection with clairvoyance. The ability to have not only second sight, but also the ability to have spiritual abilities in order to sense things and to know things in the many ways that the spiritual abilities manifest. And what they're saying is, it's because of those spiritual abilities that we can know the truth. Okay? This song has many meanings. There's layers of meanings in here. What it also is saying to you is that many times the truth is held by the energy. The truth is held by the spiritual force with things, not with just how things look on the outer shell. So it's not just how things look on the outside, but what's behind it or underneath it or inside of it. In the middle of everything, you find something else. In the middle of everything, you find the seed of something. Take that in very deeply. In the middle of everything, you find the seed of something else. In the middle of the tree, you don't find the tree itself. In the middle of an avocado, you don't find the avocado itself. You find the seed of something else, of another avocado. So, what the Marasa is saying is that basically, if you want to see the truth, you want to see true reality, that's one of the things that it can help with. But aside from that, it's the spiritual force, the spiritual ability to see the truth is what's going to tell you the truth. Many people may not tell you the truth, but you can see it with your spiritual force, with the spiritual capacity to see what the truth is. So that's another thing that the Marasa are very well known for. And in the beginning of a service, so oftentimes the Marasa is served right alongside of Legba because Papa Legba is connected with the Marasa. So when I give a service in the DR, because certain things are much more easily done in other countries than here. So when I give a service in the DR, when I make Legba service, the first, and we're going to do a party, we're going to do a ceremony, a mani, a fiesta de palo. Early in the morning of that day that I'm going to give that service, we do a very old practice, which is to give the children hot chocolate and bread. And the reason we give that is because Papa Legba is very much connected with the Marasa. And there are many people that have been known to end up pregnant or give birth thanks to the intercession of San Antonio or Papa Legba. And Papa Legba made that happen. And so since he's very connected with the children, one thing that we do to open that service so that it's blessed, and so that it's blessed by not just Legba but the Marasa as well, is to give hot chocolate and bread, right? Two of the foods that Legba takes over to the children so that they can enjoy, be happy, and bless the ceremony. This is something that it was very common or commonly seen at one point in time. I know places that some places still do it. Everything changes with time. So that's another thing. So Papa Legba is connected with the Marasa. The Marasa are also connected with the spirits of water, right? And the 21 divisions, Vodou, right? The 21 divisions, very often the Marasa can also be dealt with or sung with or in ritual or ceremony during the time that people do the water spirit. And this is because of that connection with that healing that the Marasa do, and that clairvoyance, that ability to see clearly. So, another Marasa song I want to give y'all is Mama Jimo, Papa Jimo, Segege o. Mama Jimo, Papa Jimo, Segege o. Mama Jimo, Papa Jimo, Saki Manje Manje Masa, Bayo Lavi Pumwen. That song says, Mama Jimo, Papa Jimo, it's Gege. Mama Jimo, Papa Jimo, Segege, Segege. Mama Jimo, Papa Jimo. He who eats the Marasa's food, give them life for me. In Vodou tradition, giving life is the equivalent of giving a blessing. It's more than giving a blessing because you're asking for a big blessing to be given life, to be given life force, to be given fuerza, to be blessed. And you're saying whoever partakes of the sacred food of the Marasa, you're asking for them to be blessed, right? And during ceremony, the sacred food of Marasa usually goes out at some point for people to partake. A big part of what people don't understand about our tradition or any of our traditions is a big part of what we do is spread the blessings. We spread blessings and we act as beacons of blessings and force, right? To give, right? So we spread that, right? And you're asking that blessings come upon other people. Many people pray for themselves. Many people give a ceremony for themselves. But in our work, to give a ceremony for yourself in which other people are not blessed, you have not given a ceremony. Right? Greetings, Ifa. Hope you're doing well. In our work, when we look at how many ways that the spiritual priests work and what they do, they give life. They give their life force. Everywhere in any of these traditions, they will say to you, mounting spirits and doing this work takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of work. It takes a big sacrifice and a big toll. This is why many elders, and I've seen it online as well, and you'll see elders complaining about people taking things too lightly. And many elders online will mention it as well. Why? Because this is a work where you have to give life. And you're giving and you're giving. And another day I'm going to cover another spirit that tells us what the priest and the priestesses, what they get back for giving. All right? Another day, because I'm going to cover that in another spirit songs. But before I get into that, is this. Basically, one thing that the priest is doing is he's giving and he's giving. When we have a ceremony, when we have a mani, when we have a fat, when we have these things, right? We hold them in such a way that we give and we give. We feed the people. Not just physically, but spiritually as well. But we also feed the people physically. That's part of something that we do. right? Because it's about giving life and pouring the blessings out. And so if the blessing isn't poured out, it can't come back. It can't come back, right? You're most welcome, TJ. It can't come back. It has a limit. You've created limits around it. So in the Vodou, we give out, we give our blessings out. That's a big part of what we do as priests and priestesses. And a lot of there's a lot of priests and priestesses walking around who they feel weak sometimes. It happens, right? They might feel weak or they're having certain issues or tan débil. Débil means they feel a little weak, a little hobble, a little frail. And they might not know why. And it's because in our tradition, we teach you. And unfortunately, a lot of people haven't had access to these teachings. So I'm going to give you the little bits that I can give you if you're not really under my care. So I'm going to give you what I can, right? What we teach you is that those services you're doing at your altar, a lot of them are for you, right? A lot of them are for you. They benefit you. However, in order to really return things back to you, you have to give out and outwards, right? And how you do that in various traditions, but in our traditions, 21 divisions Vodou, is you give ceremony in which that's able to be done, and the Lua can come and bless other people, and they can come and bring life, and you give blessings of life to other people. And it's good if you can pray for other people, it's good of this, it's good of that, but there's nothing like really pouring that blessing and letting it flow outwards, right? Letting that thing flow. And that's a big part. So in that song, what the Vodou is saying to us, what the Misterios are saying to us, is you have to give out. You have to pour your blessings out, right? If you do, you will be filled. Okay? If you do, you will be filled. However, remember the Vodou, it's a very, I love to think of, I know my tradition, it's a science, right? So the Vodou very much tells us you have to know how to give out. Even the giving out, it's not just throw it out, okay? Even that, you have to know how to give out. And so that way, there's the circle that happens that creates what is life. So, thank you. That circle that is life. So it says, I love that part of your ceremonies when the Loasa to bless the people. Me too. That's what we do in our tradition. It's about pouring that blessing outwards, right? And our ceremonies are giving life. And part of the way that initiates make sure that they stay strong is to be giving those rituals that are needed for their spirits to be given life so that they can return and give life, right? So the secrets of the Marasa are many because the spirits of the Marasa are many. You have Saint Cosma and Damien on the Rada. You have Marasa Rada, the twins, right? The twins, those. On the Petro, we have the triplets, Marasa Petwo, right? Also, the triplets, faith, hope, and charity. That's what's used to represent them. That's the saints that are used to represent them, right? And the Marasa Petwo represent the triplets and the magical powers of the triplets. In either scenario, though, you have the child that comes after the Marasa. That's known as the Dosu or Dosa if it's male or female. And that child is said to have even more power than the Marasa themselves. That's more powerful than just the Marasa. Okay? That's why we hear Marasa dosu dosa menyalhalumwe. Medizanki di yamayewanga. Marasa dosu dosa menyalhalumwe. Zenklen zenki di yamayewanga. Bonje devan lesente ye. Bonje devan lesente ye yola. Marasa nugenje punugadeyo. Nuzenzore putandeyo. Ginen layo menyalhalumwe. So that song says, Marasa dosu dosa, the twins plus the child after the twins. Okay? Marasa dosu dosa. Look at my yanvalu. My yanvalu is a dance. The yanvalu is a dance that we do for the spirit. Okay? It's the evil speakers who say they're going to mess up my work. They're going to step on my stuff. They're going to mess me up. They're going to create a mess for me. God is before, the saints are after. Right? In a service, whenever you serve the spirit, you serve God first and then the saint. Serve God and then the misterio. God is before, the saints are after. God walks in front, then the saints. God sees what happens first, then the saints. Okay? Marasa, we have eyes to see, we have ears to hear. I'm telling the spirits to look at my yanvalu. What is my yanvalu? My yanvalu is my dance. Look at the ceremony I'm making for you. Look at the energy I'm pouring out. Look at the offering I'm making. Okay? The evil speakers. There's going to be evil speakers in life. There will always be evil speakers. That's just facts. Right? There's always going to be people that love to gossip. The gossipers. Right? And they're going to say that they're going to try to ruin your plans. They're going to try to ruin your work, your plans, their hatred, their efforts. They're going to try to sabotage, harass, distract. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a huge one for you right here. Because many people get distracted on the path. See, no matter what, I continue to come back to my topic. Right? Many people tend to get very distracted on the path. And the evil speakers want to see you distracted. The gossip makers want to see you distracted. Because when you're distracted, that's when you're over here, that's when they're over here doing. Okay? When you're over here, that's why they're over here doing. Sometimes the way that they distract is they're real nice to you over here. So you can't see that they're over here with their messiness over here. But they're going to distract you from your work. They're going to distract you from your path. Right? But it's saying, Marasa, we have the eyes to see. We have the ears to hear. If you're a spiritual person, you're supposed to be working on that. Having the eyes to see, the ears to hear. Okay? God sees it. The saints see it. Bonde deva marasa yeah. Bonde deva listen de yo yo la. This God is in front. The saints are behind. Marasa is behind him. Marasa, the saints are behind God. right? But you have the eyes to see, the ears to hear. A lot of servite, servidores, we're going to use 21 division cha-cha line talk, right? A lot of servite, a lot of servidores, they have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, but they don't listen and they don't look. Because you can have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, but if you don't listen and you don't look, it doesn't matter very much. If you don't pay attention and you don't listen, sometimes it doesn't matter how much protection you got. Sometimes it don't matter how many loi you got. Because there are certain things the loi cannot take you out of. Or they will not take you out of. For whatever reason. But it's on for you to listen and look. And a lot of servidores, a lot of servite, a lot of Vodou at some 21 division get in trouble for the simple fact of not listening or looking. And the song's telling us we have the eyes to hear, the ears to hear, the eyes to look. So we can see what they're doing to us. Okay? And the song is asking for help, what they're doing to us. But we also have to use those abilities so that we can receive those messages of knowing what to do and doing it. There'll be distractions on the path. A lot of people get distracted. Distraction is it's going to be one of the biggest things. The enemy tries to use distraction. And it's not just your outer enemy, it's not just your physical enemy that you can see. The enemy tries, okay? So, these are things that the Marasa teach you about and that they reveal to you, right? As I always say to you guys, there's tons of the mysteries, wisdom that gets revealed through the layers of the song. And it takes time and absorbing and knowing these wisdoms. It's through these wisdoms that we're able to live the way that live well within our life. The mystery has taught the way, but it's about taking the time to develop oneself and to have the proper guidance to guide you on that way. So that's all I have for you guys today. Many blessings to all of you. Please feel free to like, follow, comment, share. Share if you care. And if you'd like to make a donation, and thanks to everyone who already has and who continues to support the mission here in bringing you this wisdom from our traditions, you can do so at Cash App, # Hector Salva, or PayPal help at mysticalwork.com. If you need any help, we look forward to hearing from you. Help at mysticalwork.com. Hi, Elisa. And until next time, keep the faith and many blessings. This will be up in a little bit once Facebook posts it, and I'll have it up on the YouTube. Until then, stay blessed. Remember the teachings of the Marasa.